Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scott Tyson. I want to welcome you to Basic Plans Reading for Roadways. I appreciate you joining me today. We've got a lot of information that we want to share and that we want to convey. So I would ask of you to give me as much feedback as you can. If you have any questions, it does not hurt my feelings if you unmute and you want to ask a question, or if you want to enter it in the chat, please feel free to do so. My moderator will read those out to me and we will address any questions that you have. As we go forward, if you have additional questions, perhaps after the class is over, you can reach out to me. You can reach me here. This is my cell phone number, and that is my work my work email address. You will not be able to get me on my work number, as I am never in the office. We're not allowed to be. So this is the best way to contact me if you have questions going forward. All right. What are we going to do today? Well, I've got some goals. Let's talk about them. I want to talk about the history of plans reading just a little bit, because I find that if we understand the history of plans reading, we understand where we're going and why we do what we do. I want to talk about what is the purpose of being able to read a plan. What's the purpose of even drawing up a plan? Why does it matter to what we do? And once we understand the history, once we understand the purpose of why we have plans, we're going to garner an understanding, because we're going to look at some and we're going to read them and we're going to interpret them and we're going to understand what it is this project is asking us to do. We are going to apply this to an actual set of plans before we leave here today. So that will give you some confidence that, you know what, you can read and understand. My goal today is not to make you an expert. I never run around calling myself an expert. There's always something I can learn, and hopefully I'll give you some information that will help you learn as well. All right, so there are a few objectives to this course that I do want to talk about. And I really want to do this in a step-by-step procedure to really just kind of work you in little by little until we get to the application stage. The first thing that I'm striving to do for you is I want to show you how to read, how to interpret, and how to relate to a standard set of highway construction plans. Now, I realize for some people on this call, you may never have seen a set of highway construction plans. Don't stress out. That's okay. I worked in this for years, and it was a long time before I saw a set of plans. Don't sweat it. We've got you. We're going to teach you how to read a set of plans. And then we're going to give you some tools for identifying and interpreting some of the common symbols you're going to see used in a standard set of plans. Now, specifically, we're going to use Florida in this training, but what you will find is a lot of states use the same symbols. There may be a little bit of a terminology difference in some of the pages, a title page versus a cover page, and depending on what state you're in, they may refer to that differently, but we're going to be very consistent, and we're going to talk about Florida standards. And what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to interpret a set of plans, and I hope that I'm able to present this to you in this way. Is I'm not trying to make you an engineer. If you're not one, I certainly don't have the ability to do that. We are going to be able to interpret a set of plans in a non-technical term for a layman. In other words, if a property owner near where our work is being done wanted to come out and understand what work was being done near their home, we should be able to explain it to them without talking over the head. We should be able to be very clear. If you're a field technician, man, I want you to interpret this thing and be able to regurgitate it back to me, very non-technical in terms. You can lay it out for anybody to understand, really for non-engineers.